You want to talk about next week? All right, man. Next week is a big week for me personally because I like to talk about trading a little bit. I like to see what picks are worth to other people. And that's a lot about what we're going to be discussing. You talk about like, man, I want Najee Harris. What do I got to do to get to the 1-1? I want Kyle Pitts. If he's really at the 105, maybe I can work a deal. You find a desperate team. You got an aging running back. Might be able to trade into the first. That's the kind of stuff we're going to be covering. And I know everyone gets thirsty right now. We got people that haven't chatted all football season coming out of the woodwork trying to turn up their picks, man. Trying to get real crazy. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about some success that we've had.
That smelled just like bologna for some reason.
With our sandwich lunch meat choices. And then we're also going to, review a little bit of real time of what happened in our draft. So you guys can see if any of these months worth of hard work just to get you guys all the info you need paid off for us, So that's what's coming up next week. It's going to be popping off the chain. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Remember last week when we did our own cheat sheets and established our rankings based on landing spots and a couple of other factors? That was pretty cool. Well, we're going to put our ratings to the test this week in a post-draft mock draft. And it's going to be pretty cool because we have our real rookie draft coming up this weekend. So definitely tune in next week when we recap that and we talk a little bit about the value of the picks, possible trade aspects. But without any further ado, let's get into this 12-team, one quarterback rookie draft. It's a PPR league, and I think we are going to wrap it up with a little bit of Superflex talk. So stay tuned till the end for that.
Let's do it. Let's go ahead and stick with the same mock we did because we can compare that at the end or at the next episode, whatever we decide. And we're going to just start with Daniel at round 101. Round 1, pick 1.
Okay, well, this is tough. Najee Harris, slam dunk. If you're in a one quarterback league and Najee Harris is not the first overall pick, then that dude should have traded back or lady.
I'd be pretty surprised if that's not how this goes.
Yeah.
He's the bell cow.
Unanimous.
Regardless of the offensive line, that guy's going to get carries.
Yeah.
For sure.
So. I mean, offensive lines, they're like armpits. Everyone's got one. And, you want to stay away. Stay away from the armpits.
That's a good one.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
All right, 1-2 over to Christian.
All right, so this is tough. I think there's three guys that I consider here: Williams, Chase, and then Etienne. I know he fell down our rankings pretty hard after everything, but the talent is still there, so it makes me a little nervous. So I'm just going to go with the guy that I gave the highest overall grade to out of those three. So I'm going to go with Marr Chase.
All right.
Heck yeah, man.
I think Williams or Etienne are very good options here. I see them kind of on an equal level. And if you need running backs, obviously do that. But this is fantasy. I don't even have a team. So let's just get the best receiver on the board.
Yeah, I love that.
Man.
Well,
that's a generational talent, right?
Yeah.
100%.
There's a lot of those in this draft, apparently.
At least 3.
So I think I'm left with I got to take a running back here. Single QB. I think I'm going to go Javonte Williams.
It's fair.
I'd like to assume that I got a pretty stacked lineup because I'm so good at Dynasty that I don't appreciate that laugh, that I can hold him until the next year. And honestly, I think there's a world where Javonte Williams plays at the tail end of the year.
Yeah.
So
Melvin Gordon's getting up there. I think they're going to want to get him reps because they're definitely not re-signing Gordon.
yeah,
No.
And
100%.
No one's ever re-signing Gordon, apparently.
No, I think it's a slam dunk. That's the only thing that puts him above Etienne. I think Etienne is the more talented player.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville scares me. They have a worse offensive line, and he has less of a path to the starting role.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Tackle breaking ability on top of potential workhorse.
Yeah.
You know, like,
For sure.
who knows
No, I'm
what's
into
gonna
it.
happen there.
I love Javonte.
Yeah.
He loves Javonte. We all love Javonte, man.
Not like I do.
Well, I know you also love...
Well, you only have third-round picks, so...
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, except in this mock draft we're doing.
I had
But-
a lot of picks in this mock draft.
That's right, man. You want to
Oh,
make a
God.
trade right now, straight up?
Are we about to
Shit.
trade? First ever mock draft trades?
No. Come on now.
That'd be a lot.
It's like, for your Jamar Chase, I'll give you the 1-4 and 1-7.
I didn't bring enough scratch paper for all that. But it would be fun.
It would
But
be
shit,
fun.
let's just move into the 1-4. I think it's pretty clear we're going to have to go with Travis Etienne on this one.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that 2 wins,
Two
but
Ts?
there's a chance that you might see Pitts go off here. And I was kind of considering it. I mean, if I'm looking at what this does for my fake team, I'm pretty solid at the running back,
Yeah, no, for sure.
but my tight end game's going to be a little weak.
I imagine so. So, yeah, let's go to 1-5.
Well, I mean, obviously, with the top 3 runners off the board, I've already got the best receiver. Let's just round it out, and I'll do Kyle Pitts. I mean,
This is a nice team you're building.
yeah, it's a very generationally talented team.
That's
for
right,
sure.
man. You could end up with the 3 generational talents out of this. The
Yeah.
3 pre-first NFL snap generational talents.
Well, I think I'm going to go a little crazy here.
Perfect.
Am I petty? Maybe yes. But to get back a little bit at Christian, who didn't let me get a running back last week, I'm going to take Michael Carter here
Yeah, well,
because honestly, I'm only doing this because I really like the next 3 receivers that could come off the board. And I think I'd be happy with either one, so might as well take the running back here.
no, I'm fine with that. Obviously, if you launched last week, you know how high I am on the Jets and specifically Michael Carter. So I did kind of hope that was going to happen. I figured you might take a receiver, and then he's already got 2 running backs. But I guess fuck me. But
Yeah, like I said, mostly
100%.
I'm
Fuck
mostly
you.
just petty. Mostly just being petty.
I think Carter
Richard.
could end up being a pretty sneaky good first-round pick for a lot of people this year. I mean, he's got, besides Najee, I think he has the clearest path to starting.
You mean, the clearest
Like,
path is
no one.
remembering how to drive to the stadium?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if you get him, you can throw him into your lineup week 1 if you're pretty weak at running back, which would be nice.
Yeah.
But love it. Love that pick.
Yeah.
So what if you
at least
aren't
gonna
weak?
get 15 touches,
Well,
right?
then you got to flex.
I'm just saying, like, is he the kind of guy you want to think of as a future asset?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got 3 guys you like, but you want that 4th, or even if you have 4 and you want somebody to maybe be able to trade around one of your top 4,
Yeah.
I think he becomes a true easily a number 2 runner for your fantasy team, and then maybe a 1, depending, just because of the way that offense runs. Like we've seen it. I mean, I'm not going to get into everything I said last week, but we've seen it happen with all these offenses where these running backs come in and just start producing.
Yeah.
So
I was just listening to last week on the drive up, man.
yeah,
Your Matt LaFleur love is
I do love
strong.
through
Matt
the
LaFleur.
floor.
Or the ceiling?
Yeah. No, I mean, what you're saying, and sorry, I know we're doing a mock, and then now I'm switching gears, but the running back room on your roster is something like you have to think about it. You have to keep it young.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're riding, a Derrick Henry or Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara,
It's worth the reach.
then then like you might be F tier in 2 years. And so, yeah.
No, running back room is definitely something you can't ignore. You have to constantly be thinking of how to replenish it.
Well, shit, I was just going to keep talking about Michael Carter. I'm not even joking because I love you guys, so I'm going to make it weird. So do you guys, I mean, I know in this class that is a little deep at wide receiver, so taking him over Jaylen Waddle and Devonta Smith doesn't really seem ridiculous.
No, I don't think so.
You know, I know the ADP shows those guys as being like the must-have in the 6, 7, 8 range.
But I think there are guys, just like in the real NFL draft, there are guys you can get in the second and third, well, maybe not third, but in the second round that may not be as good as Waddle or Smith, but wide receiver is such a dependent position on a lot of factors, whereas running back to me is like pretty consistent if you can get the right guy.
For sure.
So I'm fine taking. I mean, I would be fine. Like he said, Waddle or Smith. Mm-hmm. I would also be fine with that. But I don't know. I probably should have gone running back at the 2, but I just probably never going to get to even look at Marr Chase. So
I think these had to be the top 5.
Yeah, no, so, I think it's easy.
It gets real muddy in this next stretch of about 3 or 4 guys. So
shit.
Uh-oh.
What a save. Whew. Sorry, I'm also watching hockey, guys.
The other football. Well, pencil me in with Jaylen Waddle, and I won't talk too much about it. I like him over Smith just because I trust the offense. I don't know. I trust Tua. So.
Well, I mean, if it came down to Tua and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and then you look at the vacated roles that are the future with Fuller and Preston Williams maybe being out of there next year. So
definitely. All right, who do you got here? Because I know you hate the fucking Eagles,
I do hate the Eagles.
Oh, did I do this on purpose? Did I?
Trey Lance.
Ah, you bastard!
I'm gonna take Trey Lance. I am. If you watched last week, it's pretty clear. I'm not a huge fan of the Eagles. I do think Smith...
He's a huge fan of the 49ers, everybody.
I do think Smith has the opportunity to immediately... Oh, that dude just got knocked the fuck out. To immediately become the number 1 option for Philly and probably is going to see a lot of targets, and I might regret this. But give me the quarterback that Kyle Shanahan is finally going to groom instead of Jimmy Garoppolo, and let's fly. And he's going to get you the rushing numbers.
Soar, mighty Eagles.
Like, I'll take that, and then again, like we were just talking about, I'll take a receiver later, and just kind of make up the ground on that way. Because I've got to come up with ways to fight my running back shortage here. And
fake team.
Trey Lance.
Right.
Trey Lance will kind of be a running back sometimes, so I'll take it like that.
Cool.
All right.
We should find a way to just score this mock draft through the season.
Yeah.
Just for bragging rights.
So I think...
just total all their total points at the end.
At the end, yep, that's easy. Best ball style.
Yeah. So I'm in a predicament here. I'm thinking of Devonta Smith. I'm also thinking Rashod Bateman. I just love the talent.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that they're going to change the offense.
No, I don't believe
that
either.
But if they did, that's the thing. If they did, this is the guy. But I am going to go Devonta Smith only because apparently the Eagles have the easiest schedule in the NFL. So if there was ever going to be a time for Jalen Hurts to prove himself, it would hopefully be this year.
Oh, no. They just knocked the ref out.
Yeah, are you watching WWE or
no? Look, he's on the fucking ground.
Oh man!
They clocked. He fell out on the face-off and got smacked in the face with a stick.
Oh, he fell on the face-off.
Yeah. Oh no!
Dang, dude.
This game's gonna be the longest fucking hockey playoff game ever. We're already in second OT.
Jeez.
That's like a 4th period. I don't know.
Fifth? I think it's the 5th. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm into it.
All right. Well, let's go into the 110. Over to you.
Oh my God! Is it me again?
Who are you taking here?
Well, I guess if this is a fake team, then I'm gonna fake take my Rashod Bateman.
Nice.
And I think I do think they changed that offense. I think that they've, it's like they walked up to the wall and was like, "Hey, we got this," and then they were like, "This isn't gonna work." Enough times to where they know they need to change their approach if they want to be successful. So I think
True.
they drafted him and then Tylan Wallace, so they obviously are taking it seriously.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
Well,
I have a real like I'm curious how you guys feel about this. I really think they're gonna come out with their running game, the old Ravens, for the first half of the season, and I think it's just gonna dramatically change to the second half of the season. So I don't think he's a bad guy to have in your team.
I see,
I think
but
it
my
would run
issue
through
is we talk about changing. Do we think they're going to change and start throwing it 40 times a game? I don't think so. I think they could change it and he's still not be that viable of a fantasy option, even though he's great for the Ravens offense. Like if they start throwing it 35 times a game, that's still a drastic change, but that doesn't mean that Bateman's going to see 15 targets a game. You know what I mean?
No, not 15, but I
But-
think you could flex him.
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm not. I love Rashod Bateman. He was one of my favorites coming in. I'm just saying, like, we all keep talking about the Ravens changing, and I could see it being a change, but still not that impactful for your fantasy roster. I don't know. I mean, who
I don't
knows,
know.
though?
I mean, yeah, obviously we're just
Speculating.
Yeah. I think that they have a change that's not like a gameplay driven change. You're not like seeing them increase the passing game overall. I think that the way they manage the clock is going to involve the passing game. And when you come to like the close of a quarter and when they need to move the ball, I think they're going to utilize the passing game a lot more. I think you lose a lot of
I
clock
like that.
management when you run the ball.
Fuck!
The opposite way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, yeah, anyway. Did something bad happen?
Yeah, we lost.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
It's still best of 3, right?
It's best of 7.
Okay. So,
Or it might be best of 5 right now. I'd have to look it up.
I think it depends on the era or the was it the semifinals? Is it the quarterfinals?
It's the first round.
Oh, quarterfinals. Well, all right.
Dicks.
Well, sorry about the Caps, bro.
Yeah.
Well, how
all
about you
good.
win this mock draft, bro?
Well, I already am.
Oh, okay. Where's your running back, bro?
Well, I'm not going to reach for one here. I'll tell you that much. Let me get Terrace Marshall.
Boo. That's what I wanted.
Let's go. I was looking at Elijah Moore and Toney here.
really?
I just like Marshall more. I'm really excited about the Panthers offense. I'm really excited about what he can do with Sam Darnold.
Also, is anyone calling him TMJ? Can we trademark that?
I think so. I've heard that before.
I mean,
Does anyone call him Terrace?
Is that it?
is
I
it
don't know.
Terrace or Terrace?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Let's just do it with TMJ. But anyway.
Yeah, TMJ. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a kind of a coin flip between the 3 receivers around here, but that's the guy I like the more and kind of the team I like the most. So that's where I'm going.
Who's your third? TMJ or Elijah? Who's the third?
Tony.
Ah, interesting.
He'll
Okay.
probably be there for you next time around.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Elijah here. Elijah Moore because I can't get enough of him. He worries me with the competition. I don't know if he'll be an impact right away.
Yeah.
But his future is bright. And I think coming up with old
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, room to grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm a huge fan of his, but I
and
think
this pro day, come on. Get
looks
outta
like
here.
things fell in the pretty predictable order here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if not the order, like, we can all assume this would be, like, pretty close to the top 12, right?
Yeah, it breaks my heart, because I have the 13th pick, and I would enjoy a number of these guys. So it's funny because I'm more in love with the last 3 than like the
ones in
6
the
through 8. Yeah,
That's
or
fair.
even the 6 through 9.
Well, maybe you can find a way to trade up then.
I know I need to. It's not going to happen, but I mentioned it, and the crickets were in the chorus. But let's just call the 2-1 Trevor Lawrence.
Trev Lore?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously this guy got his best friend to come join him at the Jacksonville, Florida Jaguars. So that's a big ask.
Oh, you forgot the Ohio State Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slash Gators.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
2004.
So Clemson and Ohio State had a baby. Anyway, yeah, he's got his best friend Tim Tebow in the house.
Oh my God.
So what are you gonna do? I like that commercial with him and Kyler though. That was pretty funny. But anyway, obviously, I'm surprised that he wasn't the first quarterback. Not really. Consensus has him as number 1.
Yeah.
But I could have taken Justin Fields just as easy. I just couldn't let him slip any further than this.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I took Trey Lance for the upside for sure, I think. But I easily could have taken Lawrence there. I like both of them, so it's whatever. Well, I don't know that anyone would have ever thought this, but I'm going to take Trey Sermon.
Oh, the hater.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why that's a problem.
No, I'm not saying it's a problem here. I like where he landed in San Francisco. I'm super high on that offense. It's just how much shit. Well, not shit. I've just not been as.
Oh, you're
into him
not.
as you guys. So it just seems like a little weird of a one.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but this is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, for most
Only
of them.
everything we say is a permanent record.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
Unless you're a Tutu Atwell fan, then
Yeah, more
I
like
guess
poo-poo shat smell. But it's just...
we're gonna have to make a compilation of all the things that we said that ended up being really dumb, and just playing it by the end of the year.
I don't think there's much editing that goes into that.
yeah,
right?
you can just listen to just press play from the beginning. You'll be there. Yeah.
Nah, man. I mean, we're having a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be wrong, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, but it'd just be funny.
I do love the Trey Sermon pick, man.
Yeah, I'm into it.
He deserves to go there.
Yeah, I think his landing spot moved him into the front of the second round for me for sure.
Definitely.
If I had a running back, I probably wouldn't have done it. But what are you gonna do?
So I think I'm going to
appropriate.
take. Oh man, I'll just snipe Justin Fields off the board right now. Before one of y'all scallywags tries to take him,
Files.
If you watch the last mock video we did, I took Justin Fields in the first round. I love the upside of rushing. And then he went to the Bears, and I still like him as a talent. Mm-hmm. But I think we can all agree Matt Nagy is
Matt Nagy's not
up in
great.
the air. And then, as we said last video, I think Darther mentioned it. That receiving core kind of seems sketchy after this year. But, I mean, I still like the athleticism, so if they're playing from behind, he's still going to put up fantasy numbers. So
For sure.
good.
And, I mean, we do have to talk about it. It's not like a point that I'll stick to, but it is worth noting that the Bears are one of the most historically bad franchises at picking quarterbacks. So, I mean, that kind of goes into it. They traded up to number 2 to take Trubisky. Now they traded up for Fields. Obviously, I think Fields is way better than Trubisky. But who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Hard to say for sure.
As a Vikings fan, I'm kind of glad they traded up because all the buzz was the Vikings were going to take Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Which, sure, that sounds exciting, but Justin Fields doesn't want to sit on the bench for 2 years.
No.
And we built on the line. So, if we suck this year, build from that line. Well, on top of the Vikings. Sorry. Let's keep going.
Were you not done?
No, I wasn't, but I realized it was going to be a tangent, so I stopped myself.
Were you not quite finished yet? I'm going with Rondale Moore,
Okay.
and it's this is like the scariest pick that I can't not make
Yeah.
at the 2-4, and I feel like it's gonna be my real life selection at the 2-4. How ironic that these things are lining up like this. But I just think there's too big of a chance of him succeeding. You know, it's obvious that he's 5'7" and fucking like nothing and a half, right?
Uh-huh.
But goddamn, if he's not going to get every chance in the world to prove that a little dude can get it done.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
I think he'll have some success.
A little chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, not too big though. You don't want to fuck up that. You mess your back up. You're that small, end up with a chip on your shoulder.
Can't run straight.
That's right. Why is he running in circles? That chip on his shoulder is pretty big.
Homie can squat. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
When you're that close to the ground, it's pretty easy to squat.
All right, so I do have a question. Are we treating this as a real team, or are we just drafting kind of best available? Or is it a dealer's
Just get
choice?
Amari Rodgers, bro.
Just, yeah, whoever you think is the best choice right here, make it.
Well,
You don't have to get another running back.
Just tell us your thought process. Like, what are you thinking?
I mean, Tony's fallen pretty hard, I think, here. For a guy that was taken in the first round on an offense that he definitely will have a role in almost immediately, it's hard not to take him. But obviously, if I'm looking at my team, I need another running back. But if we're going like that, I feel like I have to take Toney.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not super in love with him, but at the 2.5, I feel like you can do worse than a first-round wide receiver with an immediate role.
Yeah. You know, as I mentioned, our last episode just got released on Spotify today, so check that out. And I was checking it out as I do, put myself under the magnifying glass. But I happened to notice we agreed about our uncertainty about Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals. And I just wonder, like, how do you feel about the coaching staff with the Giants as compared to the Cardinals?
I don't know.
From just a trust, less or more, you know?
I don't trust. I think they're equally untrustworthy.
Okay, I feel the same way.
But I also think they'll both throw the ball a lot, and there are more options in Arizona to me. I mean, Rondale might end up taking it over, I guess, but like, I don't know. I think it's going to be Galladay and Toney are going to be your two guys in that offense right now.
For sure.
And so I'll take that. I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but it might be a guy that if he starts blowing up, I could swap, you know. Mm-hmm. But I just felt like the value, back to the conversation we had, like the value kind of overweighed anybody else I would want to take there.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to get the opportunities. What is
Yeah.
the 20th overall? Is that about right? 20th, 24th? I can't remember.
Oh, for his actual draft spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. Like 20.
I don't know why I said this out loud. Got to be prepared. I know I'm just not saying his name. Yeah, 20. He was number 20.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. The draft capital means something. So
sure.
like that's kind of where I was going. He's a first round wide receiver. I just had to go for it.
So does that mean you're taking a 2-2 as your next pick?
No.
We're talking draft capital. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm not only talking draft capital.
Funny.
You fuck.
Funny guy.
So I think at this pick, since I already have Elijah Moore, I'm gonna take Amari here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oof.
I thought he might make it back to me, but
Nah. It's too good. Amari is just like a little human bowling ball, and he fits a role there, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be there.
yeah, I did too.
So, I mean, especially
Got an interview
206.
on Monday.
Oh,
His first public interview since all this shit came out. So.
Shit. All right. Well, looking forward to that.
We'll see what happens.
Well, shit. I have to go next, don't I?
Oh, but sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you about Amari.
Oh, no. I'm just, he fills a role that they need in a LaFleur offense.
Yeah.
The real LaFleur.
Yeah. The one true LaFleur.
Jeez.
I mean, his coat, his through the floor.
You try to steal my through the floor, but like you got to point up so they know it's like the floor upstairs.
Right.
You know.
Upside down world.
That's right, man. You can't be right side up. You hanging with me. Shit. You ready for me to roll?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dog.
Roll through.
All right. This is tough for me because I don't know how I feel. I came in strong. And now I'm like pumping the brakes a little. And I also have the 2-7. So this is a really weird round for me to project my future with. But I'm going Nico Collins.
Okay.
So, I mean, I pretty much feel like I have to. We're talking about opportunity and draft capital. And right there, he was the 89th pick, right? A few picks after Amari Rodgers. So,
Yeah.
So we're in that draft capital zone there. I had another guy I wanted to pick here, but I'm going to just ice it. I'm going to see what happens.
I know who it is.
You don't know nothing, man.
I know exactly
You ain't know
who it
shit
is.
about me, coming at me all wrong. So I love Nico Collins. I love the opportunity, and I think that he fills a huge void on that team. Huge.
Oh, yeah. Well, he like draft
Huge.
draft capital is another realm here because he was their second pick, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So not
Arguably their
only-
first pick because at first was almost a default desperation move.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, did you see they signed Driscoll today though?
Oh shit.
oh yeah,
Hey,
man,
dude. Hey,
I didn't want to talk
Yeah.
about Kelvin Benjamin and shit on his Tony parades. We're talking about all these new faces.
Yeah. Another guy's just gonna be a tight end because he's big. That makes sense.
I think it took too long for this to happen personally because we've talked about like the void as like a true productive receiving tight end void.
Yeah.
There's not enough to go around, and it's astonishing to me that aging out larger body wide receivers haven't been making this transition for several years.
I mean, I guess, but like, are they just gonna learn how to block all of a sudden? I don't know. You still have to block somewhat, even as a receiving tight end.
I'm telling you that, dude
And he
didn't-
wasn't even that good of a receiver.
Yeah, probably because he grew up playing lineman because
Yeah.
he's huge.
I guess.
So
I don't
he
know.
might have
man.
it in him.
Maybe. I think he has a better chance than fucking Timbo. But
I didn't want to. We didn't have to harp. I'm just doing me.
So with the
instigating.
2-8, Kelvin Benjamin.
shit, fuck off.
Are we doing free agents as well? Need to backpedal.
Okay. So here, I know we're not treating it as real teams, but I actually kind of think this is where this guy should go. And I'll take Kenny Gainwell.
Okay, I was debating.
I don't love the Eagles. I think it's retreading last week again. I think it's weird that they took a guy who kind of does things that Miles Sanders does. But I have, again, been hearing, like you guys said it, and I've heard it, where Sanders hasn't been showing out as a receiver the way he does. So maybe Gainwell takes over that receiver role, which I still don't love if that's his only role. But at the 2-8, a running back that can see production, I'll take that.
Definitely. I think whether or not you're in a PPR league definitely matters.
For sure.
Yeah.
When you're talking about Kenny Gainwell.
Oh yeah, he's far into the third if you're not a PPR league.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
who's
want
gonna
him
make
as a
his
touchdown dependent
No.
type of dude.
So I am going to take a guy here because I want to make sure my boy Daniel gets the guy he wants. So I'm going to
That's
take
rude.
I'm going to take Josh Palmer because I know he's about to take Amon Ra St Brown here.
For sure.
I know you are.
I
But
really almost took him on Ross St. Brown the last pick.
I know that.
That's
I
disgusting.
know that. And
That's rude and disrespectful.
I love Josh Palmer here. I don't think he makes too big of a splash this year. He might have. I could see him ending the year with like 500 yards and like 2 touchdowns or something. But I think once Keenan Allen kind of ages out a little bit and Mike Williams is gone next year, I think he could step up and play a pretty big role. So, I mean, he's got the draft capital. They took him to the 3rd. So,
Yep.
I mean, come on.
That's a good choice, man. No one's throwing shade on your palm tree reference.
Old Jay.
Oh no, I was just saying it's rude because you fucked me, and then we're like, I'm gonna let my guy get his guy.
I don't even.
like,
He
Well,
just,
because
Fuck
I
you,
believe
dickhead.
I'm
I
playing
believe.
chess, dude. He's over here checking it out. I'm taking Wayne Eskeridge, dude. Don't even fuck with me.
Damn.
You want to talk about a second round talent that got
okay.
slept on and picked up in the second round? Yeah, do it, man. Make that
Yes.
column wider. You're freaking me out.
If he ever sees the field.
Listen, a lot of people think that Russell Wilson is a talented pass throwing quarterback.
Yeah, but there's like 50 other guys in front of him on the depth chart.
There's only 2.
Yeah,
David Moore's out of town. I mean, you guys I understand what you're saying, but that offense is not successful because they haven't really had a third wide receiver, in my opinion, or a receiving tight end.
Yeah.
You almost don't have the option to let Russ cook or whatever. If you're cooking with 2 ingredients, it's going to taste like shit eventually. People are going to be like, I'm not even coming to this restaurant. All you have is like mustard and ketchup. I need something spicy, man. Throw some relish in there. Make it a little tangy. I don't get the hot dog references, but here we go. I don't want to really keep going on this hot dog stuff. I made it weird.
I mean,
But you know what I'm saying. I think he needs a third option. And at the 210, I'm willing to bet on the upside of the talent and the draft capital over, let's see who starts going now. And you could make a case for them, especially some of these guys have some big opportunities. But I think it shows something when Seattle, they didn't have a first round pick.
Yeah.
And then they take this guy in the second round. They clearly didn't have to.
Just a big fuck you to Russell Wilson.
yeah.
Hey, man. We'll see what happens.
I mean, if you got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, like DK Metcalf stretching the field and Tyler Lockett doing his thing, you give Dwayne Eskridge
And
some
Russell
open-
Wilson getting sacked because he doesn't have any time.
Well, he's got to throw that little
Really?
drop pass.
He only has enough time to hook it up to Eskridge, who is a huge yards after the catch guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Fucking twist my arm. Give me Dyami Brown. Fucking
Cool.
take it. Like,
No problem.
I am shocked to get him at 211. I would have taken him at 2.8, but I just couldn't stand looking at my roster with only one running back, even though it's not a real roster. But I don't know. I love Dyami Brown. 3rd round pick for Washington. I know there's a lot of bodies there. I was shitting on Eskridge. That's a joke, but because I knew I was about to take Brown.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. He's going to have to compete with Samuel and Terry McLaurin. But, at the 211, a guy in an offense that clearly wants to move the ball, that they took a 3rd round wide receiver after signing one in free agency and still having Terry. I don't know. I'm into it. And this late in the 2nd round, I think it's worth the dice roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
We'll just see how quickly Fitzpatrick, a first-year quarterback in that system, can adjust to a rookie wide receiver.
Well, he's not going to be there forever.
I'm just fucking. I'm just playing with you.
Also,
I think
isn't-
it's a great pick.
When's Terry's contract up?
This is his last year.
Okay, so maybe, he might even be gone.
No.
So I don't think he should, but who knows?
There's no way. That organization loves him.
Oh,
And so do I.
mostly
Oh,
him.
no, he's not up there now.
Oh, boy. Who got the dig
Actually, I drew it on the wall. It's just underneath the Diggs jersey.
All right. I'm going to take my boy here
Gross.
because I know Christian,
Swan.
I owe you one. I took the running back earlier, so I'll just take this guy off the board because I know you don't want anything to do with
No,
him.
I don't want him.
Sony
at all.
Michel's out after this year. He's going to step up. He's a
And
big
be
guy.
really slow.
Yeah, he runs like he was smaller.
He runs like he was,
was
stuck in mud.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny.
Man, he's got the moves, man.
He's got the moves.
Sure.
Oh, that's great.
I'm pretty sure we have a bet somewhere around here.
Do we?
Yeah, I think I cut it because I was like, I'm going to lose that bet. Just kidding. But no, I'm going to take him here, add another running back. I like the remaining receivers I got.
Did we say
here.
who it was?
Rhamondre Stevenson. Did I
Okay.
not say that? My bad.
I was just making sure for
Oh.
the audio
You're
the
not
audio
watching on
listeners. Not
YouTube? Come on,
yeah,
man.
you might have too, but I was like, I don't remember actually
No,
hearing his
I think
name.
I just said my boy. Like,
Yeah,
you just
so
know.
Rhamondre Stevenson.
Rhamondre Stevenson. I
like-
said Steven Swan because he was spelling with a W for a minute.
I like to think the listeners are like, oh, this is either Rhamondre or Kylin right here.
Right? They already
They
know.
know for sure.
Either way, they're like, this guy's an idiot. But all right,
No one's saying you're an idiot.
I'm insecure.
We're all thinking it, but no one's saying it.
Nobody
All
said.
right, come on. Let's move on to the 3-1. Over to you, Darther.
Okay. For me, honestly, starting at the 207, it just gets like muddy ugly to me a little bit.
It's kind of just your personal preference at that point.
Yeah. And my preference is to trade out of these picks. But at this point, I have to make a move, and I'm going to go ahead and take Amon Ra St. Brown. And it's only because I think who I actually want here will be available at the 3-4 because there's just nothing, man. What do they say? The water's freezing and there aren't enough lifeboats. Here we go.
I would have taken...
If the water is freezing, you don't really need lifeboats, right? Like actually freezing or just cold?
It's freezing.
Because if it turns into ice, then you don't really need a boat. You can just walk on it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like Jeebus.
hypothermia.
Well, if you're on top, you won't get hypothermia.
I'm just saying, dude.
It's thin ice, man. That water's thick.
Just spread your body out.
It's one person per door, and it's murky as fuck.
All right, he's the hockey guy, so I don't know why we're arguing with him.
Yeah, and he's a marine biologist in training, so
Yeah, that's fair.
he's pretty much got us locked down. I don't have enough blubber to get out of this conversation. I do.
I do.
I feel like we should talk about Amon Ra just for like a second at all. 'Cause
Okay.
We immediately started talking about ice.
Amon Ra St. Brown goes to the Detroit Lions,
Yep.
where he will be fighting TJ Hawkinson, Rashod Perryman, and Tyrell Williams for all the targets, and there will be enough for him to feast. So I think he probably
Quentin
goes higher than
Cephas?
this. Quentin Cephas, yeah.
I would have taken him over Rhamondre. Those were my options there. Because I love that last episode where you guys were talking like he could blow up and be a trade target.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
for sure. No one trades receivers after year one, except for me. But that's cool. It's all good. Looking at you, T. Higgins. Come to Papa.
All right. I have two guys I want here. And I'm going to go with the guy that kind of covers my ass a little bit.
CYA.
I'm going to take Zach Wilson.
Ooh.
Wow.
I honestly think he's the best player on the board at this point. I love the Jets' potential, obviously. Been down that road 1,000 times. But Zach Wilson, with me taking Trey Lance, who we haven't seen throw a lot, and I think he's going to be great, I could roll in and have Zach Wilson just to have that backup guy, and then worst case scenario, one of them sucks. Yeah. Well, I guess worst case scenarios, they both suck. But in my mind, worst case scenario, one of them sucks. In best case scenario, they're both awesome, and I can either offload one or just roll with these two young guys. Especially obviously he wouldn't make it here in a super flex, but if we were in a super flex and I got both these guys in the draft, I'm super happy with that.
Yeah,
couple them with whatever quarterbacks I had and roll out from there.
Well, and there's a real world where Trey Lance doesn't start at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
too.
true.
And Zach Wilson does. So it'll at least cover you.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it this far in a real draft. I had just forgotten about him because we're doing, if there were 12 of us, he wouldn't have made it this far. But there's only 3 of us, so we're starting to. In our minds, we're skipping things, and he's not sexy. His name's Zach. So
yeah. I hope he falls. That's kind of who I want with the 3-1 if I can still trade for it. But
Oh, yeah.
hopefully we draft alphabetically, and Amon Ra St. Brown would be number 2 after Amari Rodgers.
well, somebody's gonna take him in the second round, and I'm gonna be happy. So
All right. Well,
Amon Ra St. Brown.
Oh, you think
Not
so? Zach Wilson will go in the second as well.
Probably. There's a lot of people that don't really need quarterbacks in our league, though.
Yeah, like everyone. It's a freaking one quarterback league.
That's fair.
I mean, no, I know what you're saying, but I think that the upside is pretty gigantic.
Yeah.
Especially, like, they're uprooting that whole team.
Well, I'm super into it. I still see people talking about him being terrible. So
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope he does. He probably won't. And there are other guys I could get there. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, his face is a 2, his arm is an 8. I mean, see what happens between.
Anyway, yep, that covers me. In case Trey Lance is just kind of like a system QB that works in San Francisco but not in fantasy. And then I got another guy. Oh, shit.
I'm taking Cornel Powell.
Love that.
Yeah, I was hoping he would make it, but that's okay.
Nope.
I accidentally deleted him already. So
Nope. That's
might have been why I
my
didn't
guy.
Yeah, I have him ranked well above Amon Ra St. Brown. I just sleeping on him for fun,
I mean,
just to see what.
but the thing is, there's plenty of options there. But he's got a hell of a quarterback and now a hell of an offensive line.
He's all right.
Yeah,
So I think, I mean, after 3, when you're in the 3rd round, you're rolling dice anyway. So
Yeah.
you can at least bet on a good offense.
Third
In a
round
game.
is the epitome of what I was saying last week about just go get your guys.
Yeah,
Like, who cares?
100%.
Go get the guys you like.
for sure.
I mean, when I'm looking at these other guys, like I was looking at Cornel Powell, Tylan Wallace, Dez Fitzpatrick, and I'm like, man, I'd take a potential 3 receiver on a really good offense over number 2 on a Tennessee Titans offense. But that's just me.
Smart guy.
So I'm going to kick it over to you, Darth. Where you at here on the 3-4?
You think I could handle this, huh? I'm gonna have to go with Elijah Mitchell,
Fuck!
and it's no shame to your game. I guess I knew you would be upset, but it couldn't stop me from doing it.
That's who I was debating on with Zach Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was going to take Zach Wilson. So
Okay. Well, so I would have lost
yeah.
one of them. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
Cool. Yeah, he just obviously to me has a huge potential, and such an unconventional landing spot when it comes to assessing who's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
So the opportunity is much higher than the draft capital, and we all know the talent is pretty damn cool.
Yeah. No, I'm super into that.
He wears sunglasses on the football field. He's cool as shit.
it's always sunny in Cool Town, man.
Okay.
Diablo.
Yeah, how uneventful is it after this point?
Let me, and this is a purely, oh man, I don't know. Kind of purely either a strategy move or if you have Christian McCaffrey, I think it's smart to do here and take Chuba.
Yeah.
If you don't have him, you could still take him here, and then if CMC gets hurt, sell him for the fucking world if CMC gets hurt to the guy that owns him. Or keep him and watch him blow up because he's got the talent to blow up in that offense. But I don't know. You're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of grasping at straws in this round anyway. So I'll take a guy who I still love his talent. He obviously falls because of where he landed. He's behind the running back that gets the most carries out of anyone, it feels like, or at least the most plays out of anyone. And so, yeah, let's go from there.
Let's go. No, I agree with that.
Let's just not, I feel like everyone's acting like Christian McCaffrey's going to live forever.
Yeah. And he's only 24, though.
Yeah.
He's still super young.
But goddamn, dude. I mean, we've seen the wear and tear.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a safe bet. I almost took him instead of Elijah.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we're at.
Well, I think I here am going to take Jaelon Darden.
Darden.
Good choice.
Just because we're in the 3rd now, and the 2 guys I want after this, I think I can get. It was between him and Dez Fitzpatrick, and I'll be honest, I watched some Dez Fitzpatrick film today. I hadn't done it, and I just wasn't really that impressed.
Yeah, he's not that impressive.
He's not. He's really not. He's got a good first step, but after that, like, It's not much, and I
Yeah.
don't think he can really compete with NFL corners. And I think he's going to be easily overshadowed through this year, if not next year. So I'm going to take Jaelon Darden, who's got the future upside, especially with the vacancies there.
Yep, he's definitely. I think he's great. I'm going to go with Pat Freiermuth.
Ooh, I thought I could get him.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. This is about where Cole Kmet went off the board last year. I think he was a 304. It's the first tight end drafted. And if we take I feel like we can take Pitts out of the tight end conversation and talk, straight to the gild this man conversation. So I think it makes sense. I bet he probably will get higher capital than this in our rookie draft just because it is a bit of a desperate position.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to find 12 guys that you're like, no, man, I'm not worried about tight end at all.
Right.
So.
All right. It's a 3-8 to you, my friend.
All right. I'm going to take somebody that I think is in the top 3 for names of this draft. Let me get Simi Fehoko.
Ooh.
Okay, timeout.
What?
Who are the other 2 in the name game? Here,
Josh
man?
Imatorbhebhe
Okay.
is one, and then I said top 3, so he.
I want to. Yeah, I want to. I love name. I love the puns. I love all that shit.
Oh man, I don't know.
I didn't mean
was
to put
kind
you
of-
on blast. Kadarius Toney is pretty
Kadarius
cool.
Toney is
Daz
good.
Newsome.
Tutu Atwell, as much as I don't like him, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he's second, probably.
Okay. Cool. I was
That's still
ready
top
for
3.
whatever.
Yeah, it's still top 3.
Fuck
He's
yeah,
covering
man.
his bases. Kenny Yeboah.
Yet to
yeah,
be determined.
Kenny Yeboah is a good one.
Kenny Yeboah for sure.
Anyway, stuff other than his name. Michael Gallup is definitely gone, and he's in an offense that shows they want to throw the ball all the fucking time, especially with Ezekiel Elliott getting older.
That's a cool name.
And their defense is terrible. I know they addressed it a lot, and we'll see if those changes take shape in the first year. They probably won't.
Nope.
But give me that guy. He may not be a star this year, but that's why we're taking him in the 3rd round, and he could blow up for you next year.
Yeah, man.
Simi Fehoko, that is.
Simi Fehoko's the shit.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, huge fan. He's real fast and good size, too.
Yeah.
Damn. So, all right. I'm gonna take my other boy here, Kylin Hill,
That's fair.
because it's a late 3rd, and I'm not trying to fight for him on the waiver.
Yeah.
So might as well just take him here, just get it over with. Who knows what the future will be? Like Christian said a bunch. Aaron Jones' contract's 4 years, but they can opt out at 2. And who knows? If that leaves it with A.J. Dillon and Kylin Hill becomes
Aaron
that
Jones.
catching back.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for me. I'm okay with that. And I'm going to move it along to Darther.
Ooh, the last pick. Ooh, my last pick. Damn, what do you do? There's so many names out there. We should have done a 12-round rookie mock because that would have been perfect for what I'm
right.
looking at over here. But I'm going to take Ihmir Smith-Marsette
Oh.
just because I really, 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 really like this guy's gameplay style. I think he's badass, man. I think he's gonna be the number 2 there whenever Adam Thielen decides to do whatever Adam Thielens do.
He'll play forever, dude.
Well, he's had a little bit of injury history, right?
Nope.
Never.
Hey, well, then this is a wasted pick, and I'm still glad I made it.
No, dude, I love it. He's small. That's a little knock against him, but he's. I'm excited as a Vikings fan to have him on my team.
For sure.
So over to you, Christian, the 311.
All right, there are a few guys I'm looking at. And two receivers and one running back here that I'm looking at.
So Des Fitzpatrick and
No.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is one. Chris Evans, Anthony Schwartz, and Jacob Harris are the three that I'm interested in. And Frank Darby, so 4. Let me get Chris Evans. That's the second kind of like handcuff I've taken in this round, but I'm fine with it because I think Chris Evans easily becomes fucking what's his name? Joe Mixon's backup pretty soon, and you know, a guy who's gonna not get that much time but get a decent amount of time and back up a guy who has gotten hurt several times in his first few years. I'll take that at the 311 and just watch what happens.
I like it.
Plus, it's Captain America, so.
Can't go wrong with that.
You know, honestly, I'm sitting here at the 312, and, you know, I should probably take Tylan Wallace. I'm just not excited about that for fantasy at all.
Yeah.
And Tutu Atwell, nah. Des Fitzpatrick, nah. Honestly, not that I'm going to take this guy, but I would almost be more interested in Racey McMack than Des Fitzpatrick. But with that said, I am going to take Kylen Granson.
Oh. Damn, so Mac Jones doesn't even make it, huh?
I was debating on Mac Jones.
I was too. I just wanted to show some love to Kylen Granson. I think in a real draft, I would have took a Mac Jones here or a Tylan Wallace maybe, but I just like this guy. I think he, as a tight end, I don't have a tight end, is really why I took him.
But no Brevin Jordan.
You know, I like Brevin Jordan, but I think Kylen Granson makes more of an immediate impact.
Okay.
Because that quarterback situation is questionable.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Hey, man.
I just want to show some love to him.
Up Kylin both ways.
Okay, exactly. So I guess now that we got our whole mock up there,
Daniel wins.
yeah, I'm gonna have to take a piss. I'll be honest.
Tell us who sucks.
I mean, it's impossible to look at this, but yeah. Good luck, AJ's team. Ugh. That's like the field of dreams right there, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I mean, I know Amari Rodgers is going to be awesome, but like that whole right side is kind of like,
Yeah.
like you're either hitting it out of the park or you're going to the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's so for those of those not looking, it's Josh Palmer, Rhamondre Stevenson, Cornel Powell, which is pretty solid, and then Jaelon Darden, Kylin Hill, and
Kylen Granson.
Yep. So I mean, if you that's cool, and those are probably all good picks. But if you look at your team, you know you got Gainwell, Dyami Brown, Zach Wilson, Chuba Hubbard, a lot of potential, even year one on most of those guys, and then Simi Fehoko, which is a stellar long-term play.
Yeah.
And then Chris Evans, which, I mean, you know, anything could happen, and he could be, you know, he could be getting, I'd say his floor is probably 50 touches this year.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably the number 2.
Yeah, I can't imagine he wouldn't be.
And then, you know, I don't have to dust off my team, but it's pretty sweet. As long as Nico Collins comes through. I do think that Amon Ra St. Brown is, I think that we're valuing him as his career.
And not like his immediate impact. Mm-hmm. I could see that. Yeah, my team, if I already had solid running backs, I would love what I did.
Yeah, I mean, your team is amazing. I don't want to talk about it because, like, you've got all the players that I would actually want to roster on your team.
Let's go. I did it.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Like, I'm looking at my team and, like, I'm not drafting any of those guys. And I want all of the guys you drafted. But right now, we got to get back flexing. Off the hook chain, man.
All right. So
wait, did we take a look at our
we want to look at the pre?
Yeah. And
oh
just
my
see
god.
how
Let's
different
see who didn't make it. Oh, Cade Johnson.
Oh.
Who took Cade Johnson?
I took Cade Johnson at 3-1.
Wow.
No, this is
how did Rhamondre go from the 3-9 to the 2-12?
It's fucking New England, dude. I mean, let's see. I mean, there's
Seth Williams.
I love Seth Williams, guys. You just tearing my team apart. No, you drafted him, man. I still like Seth. I think the 3-8's a good spot for Seth Williams. Still.
I mean, the 1 through 12 is still the same, just in a different order. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Terrace
Marshall made it, but he was 13th overall.
So then who fell out? The Trevor Lawrence fell out.
Trevor Lawrence fell.
Yeah.
But also Justin Fields fell. I think. It was Justin Fields.
Yeah, I took Justin Fields.
So then who
Trey
else
Lance
fell?
was not till 2.
Oh, yeah. So Trey Lance went up.
Rashod Bateman. It's definitely
Elijah
slipped.
Mitchell, Pat fell.
Amari Rodgers went up.
100%.
Well, he fell to the dream landing point. So I mean, come on.
I was really hoping
the
that
Chiefs
jersey
get him.
would be here.
Nico Collins shot the cup.
Yeah.
Kylen Granson. How'd you do it, Kylen?
Hey.
Oh wait, that was the old one. My bad. My bad.
Kylin Hill went at the 2-6, huh?
Hey, take it easy.
This is funny.
All right. Well, we don't gotta dwell on this too much, but so looking at our draft here, we do want to accommodate some super flex action. So I guess I'm gonna kick it over to you guys. Just like assess what we got going on up here, and then kind of like can we assume Trevor, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance all go top 5 at least?
For sure. Yeah.
We can all
Undoubtedly.
agree on that.
And then Zach Wilson's probably at the end of the first round or beginning of the second.
You know, I'd see a world where he slips in ahead of Waddle and Smith.
Yeah.
Depending on
Superflex.
team needs, yeah.
That's
It's
fair.
like everyone needs a quarterback in the super flex.
So I think that's
and then Mac Jones obviously would make it. He'd be a second round pick.
so yeah. So let's just talk Mac Jones, Kellen Mond, and Davis Mills. Anyone else you guys want to throw in that mix?
You know, I know this is going to sound stupid before I say it, but I still like Jamie Newman with the Eagles. I think
could
there's an
see that.
opportunity. I thought he was a pretty good quarterback in Georgia.
I just don't.
Sam Ellinger. No, I'm just kidding.
And Ian Book. No, I just don't see a world of them being in the top, in like the
Not
third round is all.
drafted in the yeah.
Actually, while you're joking, Ian Book I could see taken in the third round. I think there is a chance if Winston sucks
I hope he sucks now. I
and,
love Winston.
and Taysom Hill
Already sucks.
is what Taysom Hill is. They drafted a guy that plays exactly like Drew Brees. Like he would fit into that offense.
Which
and
Drew Brees?
Old Drew.
Oh, he
Brees.
plays like an
he
old
plays
man.
Yeah.
We got this 20-year-old.
Hey, you're
just
talking
needs
about
a
the
little-
guy.
But it worked. It worked for Sean Payton for a long time. So
For
now I'm
sure.
not saying like, oh, you should definitely fucking take this guy in the third round. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody took a flyer on him.
No, you're right.
So where does Mac Jones, Kellen Mond, and Davis Mill fall in this specific mock that we have above us?
Mac Jones is in the second round for sure.
So yeah, we're sliding everyone up. I think Mac Jones goes before Rondale and Kadarius.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And
So
then as
early
far
second.
as probably Davis Mills next, he's the one that has the most clear opportunity to start playing.
Yeah.
And then Mond probably, but both those guys are probably third round. I don't know.
Mid-thirds.
We've never done a super flex rookie draft, but that's where I would like at the beginning of the third round. I start thinking about those two guys because they don't
Absolutely.
have as clear of a path to starting. I mean, Mills has one, but if Watson does come back and they don't trade him, then he's forgotten forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was their first pick, so maybe even the end of the second round for Mills.
I mean, they still picked up Driscoll today too. So.
Yeah, well,
They
you need
got
camp
Tyrod.
arms.
And with Tyrod, I feel like it's pretty. I think it's becoming more and more clear Watson is.
Yeah, Watson's gone.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't count Driscoll out as just being a camp arm though, because you need those guys. You can't have your starting quarterbacks throwing 80 passes during training camp a day. You know, you need guys to come in and throw your wide receivers routes.
yeah.
So I think that's what Driscoll is more than anything. But I do see your point at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Mills has that clear start. I think Mund.
Eventually, but
It depends on how you're building your team. If you need a quarterback now, Mills is better. If you're investing, say you have a Fitzpatrick or
say you have Kirk Cousins.
Or Tom Brady even. Like you need a guy in a couple of years that may become a slow burn.
Kyle Trask is. I'd take Trask before Mund.
Would you take him before Mills?
Depends on team build. I feel like the Mills guy has to have not been able to draft a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. But I think Trask could be the end of the second.
Yeah, I agree with that
a little bit.
Can't believe we forgot about him. But I mean, eventually Tom Brady is going to get old.
Eventually.
Like it's going to happen. And then he kind of slides into a team with a great offensive line and good weapons until Tom Brady's money that starts kicking in later. But we'll see who they can re-sign.
The Trask Jaelon Darden.
Yeah, that connection could be sick. So I guess I would rank it as far as those last kind of second round, third round guys. Mac Jones, and then Kyle Trask and Mills are probably 2A, 2B, just depending on what you need. If you need a guy that has the potential to start now, like Darther was saying, or if you need the guy that you're going to wait on, take Trask and then Mond.
Okay, so beginning of the third round, do you take Trask over Cornell Patterson, Elijah Mitchell, Chuba Hubbard?
Cornel Powell?
What did I say?
I mean, it depends on what you have. If you're pretty set on your Superflex quarterbacks, then I would say that's like it just.
Yeah.
It's a hard question to answer without having a roster. Like if I've got Patrick Mahomes and like an older guy to start, like a Matt Stafford, and then I already have a young guy coming up, like maybe not, but I don't know. It really depends, but they're all in the same conversation, just depending on your roster. Also, I'm speaking with no experience of Superflex, so I don't know.
I think it all depends on depth of other positions.
Yeah.
I think it depends on where your depth is where you should go when you're talking third round.
I think you get in the third round of Superflex and you have to pick value, and it's probably not going to be the quarterback position.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the middle of our second round where, you went Kadarius because of the draft capital.
Yeah.
Like, this is where you're going to find guys who've been slipping a little bit. It's not the time to reach for a quarterback that would be 2 years out, in my opinion. So I would sleep on him. I'd go for Powell for sure. Could be number 2 in that offense. Well, number 3 behind Kelsey, but you know what it is.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
If you're AJ's neighbor, we're sorry.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if you guys like it, you like it. If not, whatever. But thank you, Rough Draft Research. We're out. Thank you. Say bye, guys.
Hey, thanks.
CAPS, caps.
He's all caps on his caps, so get with it. We'll see you next time.